Welcome back to our little cul-de-sac. I bought a new car, which to anybody's surprise is not a surprise because I always buy cars. But this one is very special and has always been a dream car for me, which is kind of funny because like I could probably buy one no matter what. But I don't like spending absurd amount of money on older cars. I'll buy new cars for stupid money, but older cars have always been a kind of a iffy situation for me. Even though they're dream cars, I still want them, but I want them for cheap, which I think is everybody's thing, is they want older cars for cheap because they are old. But I got one of my dream cars, and not just one just regular dream car, like the real dream car, which is my first M car I've ever owned. I've owned plenty of BMWs, but this is my first M car. And Alex is trying not to give it away right now, but if anybody knows M cars and knows what I'm talking about, and they see the rear trunk on this or see the lights at all, you probably know what it is already. Yeah, let's show off the car, my new purchase of 2024, last purchase of the year, because I got it before New Year's. Paid for it before New Year's, got it after New Year's though. So I don't know, is it a new purchase or is it when I got it? I don't know. Got it all the way down from Utah. But Alex is gonna go into B-roll and you guys get to see my new car. And we're back now after that B-roll clip of my beautiful 1999 Z3M. God, I got really tired from that. It is in this beautiful red color, which is not the OEM color, unfortunately. Somebody repainted the car. Whatever this red color is, I actually don't know if this is an original BMW color or just some random thing. Like I was telling you guys, I usually don't like spending money on old cars. But yeah, as you guys know then probably is, I got this on a deal for super duper cheap. This thing is mildly pristine, I guess, but it is a collectible car because it is a Z3M. Z3M Roadster with the nice good old hardtop, which is really hard to find and only came in winter package cars, I'm pretty sure, or unless you bought a Z3M with the top from factory. But that top alone is worth like $3 grand, two to 3 grand, I guess you could say. But yeah, it's been repainted in its life. It used to be silver. For some reason now it's all red, and yeah, it's just kind of weird that it's all red instead of silver. I found this out after I bought it, that it's not the original color, so it's what I get for buying my first car sight unseen. First time I've ever bought a car sight unseen too. I got it delivered from Utah all the way down to Arizona, down to Flagstaff. Paid delivery for it, which was, I don't know if it was overpriced because I've never got cars delivered, so I might have got scammed, but who knows. Delivery was like $600 for it from Utah to Arizona, which could be good, could be bad. Couldn't really tell you. I've never really delivered cars. I've always got to pick them up. But yeah, it's low mileage for its year. It has 94,000 miles on it. It's a 5-speed manual, and the piece of resistance is the S52 that it has inside of it. My first M motor, which is kind of wild to say because I've always just built motors to make it an S replica, just like I did with my E30. You know, new cams, rods, and bearings, and you got an S50 and a crank too. But you got an S50, a 3-liter S50, which is the budget version of this. This is an actual M car, so there is no budget mind here of building a motor. This is what BMW precisely made to be perfect M car. It does have its, you know, falls and bad areas, which, I mean, the paint is fading right here. You got clear coat missing here. But besides that, I mean, there's not really anything bad with it. I have like one dent on the car, which I'm a little disappointed because the dealership never actually told me about it. And the front bumper did get destroyed on delivery, which is kind of shitty. It got ripped off on the trailer that it was coming off of because it came in a semi. First time getting a semi in my neighborhood too, which is massive and blocked the road and just wasn't great for anybody there. And it was delivered at 8 o'clock at night, so super terrible for anybody living in my area. But for me, I was happy and excited to get this thing out of the delivery truck into my driveway and be very happy with it. I've had it for almost about 3 days now. I haven't really posted anything about it. I haven't really had time to post anything about it either. It's been really busy with work and stuff like that, so it's really hard to post things consistently. But we're starting to get there. New year, new YouTube channel. We're going to keep on posting as much as we can, just so you guys know we're still alive and try to make content. But yeah, I'll get more into the details. I'm going to go open the hood and then we'll just pan to that next scenario. Hi, so like I said, first time car, super excited about it. As you guys can tell, this is an S52, which is our 3.2 liter inline 6 motor. It is really punchy and is really fun. I'm like super excited about it. I love it, driven it. We took it already to Sedona. We drove it down the canyon. I think it's so much fun. I can't imagine anything else but this now, which is terrible because that makes all my other cars that are swapped, all my other BMWs that are swapped, really slow and boring. Which hopefully, you know, it's not slow and boring after I do more stuff to those cars. But for this thing, I have to say this thing is just super fun. Like, it already has bolt-ons, which I don't like buying modified BMWs because it brings issues. It has the M50 manifold on their conversion. It looks like really well somebody replaced it. It looks like somebody replaced an O2 sensor as well, which I love because these things have a consistency of aiming for terrible O2 sensors, and they're overpriced because O2 sensors are, no matter what, are overpriced. This car has 4 sets of O2 sensors, so you can already tell that this thing would probably be really painful and expensive to replace those O2 sensors. So I'm happy somebody did that. The more you look at it, the more you're like, oh, there's little things here. Like there's a cooler intake, which is a hot air intake. It sits right next to the motor, which I hate when people do that shit. Terrible. We're deleting that. This first mod that's going to go off the car. And then you can see the super loose reservoir tank that's not in the right place because it's supposed to be over here, but somebody decided that it was a better spot, was over there for it. Don't know why, couldn't tell you. I hate it. This is going to change over here in the next couple months when I decide to spend money on a new radiator and everything. The down part about this car that I've had so far, it is leaking coolant, which I really hate because, you know, dealership told it to me. He said it was perfectly running, driving and everything, but you know, can't complain. It was cheap, and it did sit on their lot for a while, so I should have already known that there was going to be more problems than I actually knew there was. But yeah, it has an electric fan conversion, so no more clutch fan. It has upgraded cheap eBay little tubes, coolant hoses, which are actually put on backwards, which is my favorite thing. So opening a hood up and being like, wow, somebody installed the hoses backwards. Gotta love people. But we're gonna fix that after I get a nice Mishimoto radiator, nice Mishimoto reservoir, and nice Mishimoto hoses, Mishimoto thermostat, and a Mishimoto coolant pump. Yeah, which we're gonna replace all this, make it even more faster. The thing I did really like, which is terrible to say I really like because the motor's been through a lot, then it does have nitrous, which is kind of crazy to think that somebody put nitrous on this and now I own it, so I had to go buy nitrous immediately for it. It looks really well hooked up, so whoever hooked it up did a good job. I don't know, like, if it was the same mechanic that hooked the hoses to the nitrous, but the nitrous kit's there, and it's, you know, I'm excited for it. I honestly want to see what it's going to do, how much more of a push you get. But the button is kind of weird. It's set up underneath the pedal, so it's not an actual manual button. You just mash the fucking pedal and it opens up that nitrous bottle and shoots that cold, nice nitrous to there, you know. A little bit of zoom zoom through the down roads in this super light car that doesn't weigh a lot. I might get this fact wrong, but I'm pretty sure this motor makes 300, a little bit over 300. I don't know how much it actually makes now with the M50 manifold. A lot of people will say it adds it's 10 to 15 horsepower, and a lot of people will say that it's like 5. So this could be making 310 or it could be making 320. So if you decide to buy a Z3M and it's slower than this, I'm sorry. You can do the same upgrades to make yours faster, but we're gonna make this one way faster. It probably slows it down with this hot intake too, by the way. It has a Mishimoto 90-degree bend too, which is weird. So somebody cheaped out on some stuff and went ham on other stuff. Yeah, let's close this hood and let's talk about wheels and tires and all my suspension stuff. On this car, for some odd reason, we have E46 M3 wheels, which I've never seen on an M Roadster. I think it's really cool. Am I gonna keep these wheels? Most definitely not. They do look good on the car, so they'll be on here for a while, but as everybody knows, I did start my own custom wheel company, and I can't be repping stock wheels or stock off of a different car wheels. I need to start repping my own brand so I can get more media attention from people and people wanting to buy wheels off of me. So yeah, that's going to be a big thing. I think I'm going to go with some like really crazy design on it, or something just wild out of the ordinary on a Z3, because I feel like everybody else does 2-piece wheels, BBS, 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 and more BBS, which is what's on here is a BBS wheel. So, you know, I'm not bashing on BBS wheels, but I just want to be different, you know, with my own brand. Yeah, it's not bad. Somebody put 18s on it, which is kind of impressive. It does rub a little bit in the front, but it is on lowering springs. Like I said, somebody spent money and didn't spend money in some places, which is weird. I did get some, I think they're Godspeed coilovers, which I was a little bit disappointed because I wish it was back on stock coilovers or stock shocks. Didn't know they were on coilovers. I asked the guy and he told me they were stock shocks or stock suspension. And I was like, okay. So when they showed up on coilovers, I was like, either I was going to be happy that they were a good brand or I was going to be super disappointed that they were a bad brand. It was the second option. Terrible company, no offense to Godspeed, but their coilovers have no adjustability, no nothing, and it just feels like I'm riding a stiff car the whole time. And I already have track cars and other crap for that, so this thing I just wanted to be my weekend warrior car, kind of fun little canyon car, and dampening is not that great. It just feels like I'm riding a, I don't even know, it's like concrete blocks as shocks basically, which is terrible to say, but yeah, that's about it for modifications on the car. The rest of the car is genuinely stock. Now I'm probably going to talk about my body damage, which it has some areas here, which is kind of sad, but it will all be fixed in time. I have this loose mirror, which kind of sucks. Didn't know anything about that. Somebody tried to silicone it, which made me die inside, because why would you silicone a mirror in place? I genuinely don't understand people. Like, just honestly, just take the mirror off and leave it off. Like, at this point, me missing there is better than it being broken, because you can't even push it in. But it has these nice M Roadster mirrors. Just to say, if you have an M Roadster, definitely don't break your mirrors. They are $400 for some odd reason. Yeah, for one mirror, not two mirrors. $400 for one mirror. So now I get to go spend $400 on a mirror, or I could somehow fix it, which I'm probably going to try to fix it. Yeah, we'll see what happens. And then I have this little panel right here, which kind of sucks. It looks like it got hit. The door kind of messed it up. The good part about this is this panel comes on every Z3, so it's not M specific. I hope not, and I hope I'm not saying that wrong, but you know, hopefully I can get this replaced, because the ones I've been seeing have been like 70 bucks, and I was like, dang, that's the cheapest part I found so far, 70 bucks. Coilovers are mid-price for this thing, so if you think about getting coilovers on your Z3, it's actually not that bad. It's like $2,000 for a nice set, $3,000 for a nicer one, and $4,000 if you want KWs, or maybe $6,000 for KWs, but still not that expensive. The top is like one of the selling points that I really liked. I was super happy with that. The hardtop is honestly really nice. Somebody repainted it this black color. It used to be a blue color. This is broken. Figured that out after delivery, which is kind of sad. Yeah, just like nobody gets to see that. It just kind of just sits there. But yeah, seems really well. So whoever did the paint on it is like decently okay. Am I going to repaint it? Yes. Am I going to paint it a color that nobody knows? Yes. Am I putting it up back to stock color? No. But I definitely want to get rid of the red though. I do like the red. It's the first BMW I've ever had in red, but I don't know, kind of want to get it closer to stock, but it's not going to be silver. It's going to be somewhere in like the blue realm. Little backstory is this became one of my dream cars because of my pediatrician. She had a Z3. It was a 2001. It was blue, and it was a 2.8 Z3. I love that thing, and I always wanted one. I always saw it outside the window, and I'd always talk to her about it. And after what, probably it's been 6-7 years, no, probably longer than that. I think last time I saw her was like I was 11. So probably a lot longer than that, probably like 10 years. So 10 years that I've seen that car. I'll see it sometimes randomly around the streets. But that was like a long time ago. But yeah, this is like, that's the reason I like this, and that's honestly the car that brought me into BMWs and liking BMWs even more than ever was the Z3. If it wasn't for me liking Z3s and E30s, I probably wouldn't have old BMWs. I'd probably still be a Porsche guy, which I still am, but just you know, I like older BMWs. The newer ones are okay. I mean, everybody has those cult followings, and I definitely like newer BMWs. I've had some sort of new BMWs, but nothing like this, which is my first M car, which I'm excited to say I'm probably gonna end up keeping this until I die. And you can take this out of my dead hands if anybody wants it. But yeah, talk about what's in the interior, which I really like. There's a lot of stuff. Okay. All right, now back to the interior. We have, you know, our first shot of M, which is my favorite thing seen every time I start this car up, is seeing this nice M logo. I do hate the steering wheel. I am definitely changing it out. I'm not changing it out to anything crazy though. I want to keep it kind of BMW. I want to do like an M Sport wheel with a smaller like horn. I don't need an airbag. I might throw the airbag light on, but I'll keep this in case somebody ever wants to buy this car, which I like said, I'm not going to sell this thing, so you could suck it. It's my car. But yeah, we got more of the M Roadster right there with our M Roadster logo. Alex wants to zoom in on that. Go. It's my favorite thing too as well, seeing like the M Roadster cluster, because usually on my E36 even, I swapped out the cluster for an M cluster because I thought it was cool. Not trying to be a faker with my M car, but you know, I wanted the M stuff. But yeah, there's like a lot of M stuff right here. Like we have this M dust panel and my dirty hands. I don't know how they became dirty. That was random. I don't know where those, okay, great. And then kind of like specific things to the M car, you have this little chromed out piece, which is kind of cool. There's a lot of chrome accents in this car. We got these chrome accents right here, our chrome accents right here, and our good old chrome shift knob with the M logo on top. I don't know if this is stock or not, but I like this. Am I going to change it? Probably. I like my likings. These stock gauges, these are not stock gauges like I was saying. I hate these so much. They are terrible looking. I don't like them. They're already broken. I'm gonna put it back to stock. I just don't like it. The Continental radio, which is like a big selling point, which is kind of funny because like nobody looks at the radio when you're buying a car, or maybe old car I guess, but Continental radios are honestly pretty nice, and it keeps it to the same exact era period, but it has Bluetooth and it makes the speakers sound decent, or good at least. It does have upgraded speakers which are mid. I'm gonna probably change them out. I don't like them. I'm definitely gonna have to replace a lot of stuff in the interior, which is kind of sad to say, because I mean it looks nice in here, but there's things that bother me. And the guy with the silicone comes back. Alex, please show them the door card with silicone all over it. The speaker panel right there has the most silicone I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, I didn't know that when I got the car sold to me either, so a little bit disappointed in that too. The guy told me the interior was in good condition, which I'll give him. The dash is in good condition and the seats are in good condition, but door cards are trash. Which means I got to pour more money into it. So I guess I buy cars for cheap, but then I end up spending more money than I probably should on dumb stuff. But at least I can personalize it to my own liking, which is kind of nice. But would be cool if everything was how it came originally and it was in good condition, like the guy was saying. We got these really useless sun visors, which is super cool. Kind of useless, kind of useful, kind of. It just depends on when the sun's hitting you. Which I like. Whoever redid the top too as well redid it in this black little like suede vinyl kind of thing up here. Not vinyl, but suede. I really like it. Honestly, makes the car feel really homey and comfy. It actually takes the air out quite a bit, which is really nice. And then we got a speaker back here. And then my pliers for whatever reason, don't mind that. But we have a speaker right here, which is nice. We got more silicone up top, which is siliconing this and this, which is okay. I mean, kind of irritated that there's a lot of silicone in this car, which I had to get rid of because I whoever owned this really likes silicone. There's a meme in Spanish called the siliconator. I said that in the most white accent I possibly could have, but siliconator. That's that guy. Whoever gave that guy a bottle of silicone really went crazy. Silicone the door cards. Would not recommend siliconing stuff together. Just buy new door cards or find a replacement. For the love of God, don't be this guy, especially an M car. Why would you do this to an M car? I've actually seen better interior in non-M cars. It's just sad to say. So whoever did this killed this car inside, but it's okay. I'm gonna replace everything and make it back to stock, or somewhat stock. But yeah, I mean, super homey, nice. Seats work. The seats are electric, which is kind of impressive. Did not know that. Thought there'd be manual seats, but they're fully electric and they work really well. Mirrors are electric. Those work. Surprisingly, the driver one works still, even though it's silicone together. It has heated seats, which I think was super cool, which you don't get in a lot of 80s cars. Kind of weird, because it's just weird. I guess this isn't really it's in 90s cars, which I guess you get more heated seats in 90s cars, but it was just cool to see that it had heated seats. Even convertible E30s have heated seats too, which I like, so it's just kind of cool. We got my glove box here, which is super tiny. It came with an extra shift boot, with the M things on there. Some people might think this is cringy, but this is an actual M car, so I think it deserves to be in here. Will I be putting this on? Probably not, but because I'm probably gonna change the shifter. But yeah, it's not bad. We have airbags too, which is nice. This panel seems kind of loose. I don't know. Yeah, look, there's an airbag. That really came off very easy. I don't think, no. Okay, well. Great, I just broke the car. Oh God. I don't know. Okay, well. Okay, there you go, put it back. Don't mind my car falling apart that I paid too much money for. Besides that, yeah, it's honestly a really decent car. It has 94,000 miles, like I was saying in the beginning of the video. I like it. It came with the M carpets, which I had to move because they were in my way, but we have the M logo. Yeah, it seemed really nice. I don't know what this is. There's Carfax for this thing. Oh yeah, there's a Carfax in here, right? Cool. The more you know. But yeah, just this is about it for the interior. There's definitely things I want to change out. I am contemplating if I should go full red interior or if I should put blue interior to match the new color I'm going to do at some point. Which, who knows? I think the blue interior was cheaper, so I might do that. But it might look like Spider-Man until I paint the car, which is going to be kind of rough. And whoever painted this car really painted this car. Like, they did not spare a detail. Like, the inner door car, like all the inside of the frame is all painted. The doors are painted. I don't know. This is going to be a really pain in the ass to unpaint this car. So maybe I will keep it red. Maybe we'll see. I don't know how much effort I want to put into repainting this car, but since it's not even going to go back to stock color anyways. But yeah, just kind of things there. But that's about it for the interior though. It's really small in here. It fits me. I'm kind of short, so it doesn't really affect me. But if you were like 6'2" or 6'3", you probably wouldn't fit in here. I am like 5'9", 5'10", so I fit in here perfectly fine. And it feels fun to do it. I bought these sunglasses specifically for this car, so these are staying in here. So I was wearing them at the beginning of the video, and now they're going to be back inside the car so I don't lose them. Yeah. After that interior review, now we're going to go take it for a little spin. Alex is going to get some B-roll of me revving it right now, or not B-roll, but whatever that term in film is, which I don't know because I'm not a filmer, but that guy is. Yeah, let's start it up and let's hear that little engine. Since we're in Arizona, it's actually really cold right now. We don't live in Phoenix. We live in Flagstaff, which is freezing, so we have the heater on. So sorry if there's disturbance with the heater noise going on. But let's take it for a little spin down the road in my little Z3. Turn the window on. Window down. You can hear more of a little car here. I was a little pull in my little Z3 that revs up to 7 grand. And a little engine braking too as well. But yeah, no, this thing is super fun. I really enjoy it. Honestly, can't wait to hit 100,000 miles in this thing, make it officially mine, and put as much miles as I can on it, because who cares about depreciating assets when you have a Z3M? Oh, real nice. It has a really aggressive short throw shifter. It's like really tight. But yeah, we're gonna take that for a little spin on the main road here. It's kind of hard to experience a Z3, but it did really well. I guess you could probably time it in the video if you really wanted to 0 to 60. If we can get out of this dang road, because there's so many dang cars that are unimportant, and I'm more important because I drive an M car. And we're gonna do a little 60, 0 to 60, ready, set, go. Woo! 60. Oh, yeah. Oh, audio getting distorted. Whoa. Bump that window up. Yeah. It's good. If you guys hear any of the road noise, I'm sorry. I have to fix the top up here too as well. Which kind of sucks, but I mean, it is a convertible, so you always have that wind noise. And it is really windy today for whatever reason, but really windy. But yeah, that's about it for the little road test here. It drives perfectly fine. It does feel a little bumpy, like I was saying. Suspension, kind of hate it. I'm definitely going to replace all of that. Yeah, just good old little convertible car made to be a convertible, and it's not an add-on like Camaros or you know, Mustang convertibles. This was a convertible to begin with, and then was made a hardtop with the Z3M clown shoe. Which this is a full car. And we're gonna turn right here and okay. Yeah. Yeah, then we're gonna jump back into the rear end of the car. Jumping around all around this car, showing off what it's all about. All right, and then back to the back end of the car, we have these cool, nice taillights which have cracks in them, which kind of sucks. This one's good though. Replacing these, I'll probably go for some like nice, cool, murdered out ones maybe. We'll see what I do with it. As you guys can tell, these are not stock tips. It does have an exhaust, so it is a little bit louder than stock. So it already gets a little bit more, you know, faster in that sense. My favorite part about the trunk is, don't mind my grinder in here. I was moving things around. I'm not grinding the car up, but if Alex wants to come on the other side, there's a coolant bottle in here. Just like BMW knew that you needed coolant in your car when it leaked, it fits in there perfectly. It's made for it, which is hilarious. I think that's like my favorite part. It just drops straight in there and it clicks into place. And right next to it is a little oil for like a little tiny oil bottle, which is terrible to say because I don't know why you would do that if you knew BMW's leak coolant and oil. But that's BMW telling us that they knew when they made this car it was going to leak oil. And then the battery's placed in a weird spot, which I'm going to fix too. I don't know what's going on here. Here's where my nitrous bottle goes, which it's missing right now. I had to go purchase one and put it on there, which should be really fun. And then kind of a scary thing to see when you open it up, but underneath this carpet, you can see the bottom of the car. Like somebody cut it out. It's not ruined, I promise. But there's a big bar that goes across for reinforcement that somebody already did. Somebody reinforced it whole rear end because these things have that issue where the differential bracket will crack and it'll come off and then just everything will explode underneath there. So somebody did that whole reinforcement. I'm gonna clean that up, probably paint it because I don't know why it's like that. A little irritated that I didn't know anything about that because I'll have more of a project to do. I knew I was getting myself into something, but not something like this. Besides that, yeah, it's decently nice. There's not really much space back here. I don't know if it's because somebody cut it out or because there's more stuff in the way, but yeah, there's just, you know, that's about it for this thing. And then if you close it, we got our M logo here, and then yeah, the rest of the car. That's the dealership I got it from. Yeah. But yeah, happy thing I have is that I'll probably restore it, make it nice again, probably clean it up. Definitely going to repaint it though. There's no saving this paint. I don't know on what world anybody thinks this is savable. But yeah, here we are, and then we'll have more content on this thing, probably wheels, tires, suspension, lights, headlights, interior, everything's going to be replaced. This thing will be a brand new car. Will it be worth more? Probably not. Yeah, will I put more money into it? Too much money? Probably. Will I be able to buy a GT3 with the money I put into this car? Probably. But I like it so much that I'm keeping it and putting money into it and keeping it in my personal collection, which is actually growing way too big now, which is actually another video that might come out. We're going to do a full video of me reviewing all my cars, which is not going to be fun because I have to drive them all in one location and review them all. So I don't know how we're going to do this. I need like 10 friends to come with me, move all my cars that know how to drive stick, and not crash any of them. And then some of them aren't even road legal, so I have no clue how this is going to work out. But we'll illegally drive cars in Mexico, down to Mexico to review them, because I don't think you need registration and insurance down in Mexico. So I think so. I don't really know. But yeah, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please, hopefully you guys watch all the way to the end. People watching my videos all the way to the end, it really helps us out, get our watch hours up. We're trying to get some revenue from the videos and stuff like that and make some money so I can provide more content. I'm not rich. I wish I was. I can make videos like these all the time, buying cars and fixing them up and making them nice, but this is like my hard-earned money, my, 14-hour shifts at work trying to buy stuff, so people have content and I'm happy with my stuff. There's parts that where I'm like, dang, I should probably stop doing this because I'm in negative money most of the time, but except for the car flipping videos, those actually make me money. But I was hoping to get more sponsors and stuff like that at some point. But yeah, hit the like button. Man, that was weird. Subscribe. We hit 1,100, which I'm super excited about. Super surprised. It was a nice little end year goal to hit 1,000 subscribers. Can't wait to hit 2K. Can't wait to hit 3K. Can't wait to hit 10,000 subscribers at some point. I'd be super sick. It's coming along. I'm happy people like my content. Happy like every day we see 100 views at least on a video, or different videos and 100 views in total, which is like super cool. Because when I first started, there'd be some days where we get like 0 views, and then some days we'd get like 200 views. So it's nice that it's a steady 100 to 300, 400 views every day, where it's watching the videos or watching the shorts we put up. I really want to say thank you to everybody. Yeah, and that's on the video.